Good morning, people. I'm going to make this video because I went back on to watch a bit of the Four Horsemen documentary from 2010, and as the narrator of the programme points out, we are now entering the age of consequences, and he points out that the people in power, the cult elitists, whatever you want to call them, offer up solutions to try and fix a problem which can't be fixed under the guise of renewal, stuff like that. Well, what have we got being shoved down our throats? The World Economic Forum's Great Reset. Build back better. Well, to build back better, what do you have to do first? Destroy everything. Everything that exists currently, the system, monetary system, governmental system, etc., etc. So the whole edifice of what we live under has to be broken in order to renew it. Yeah, build back better, first destroy. Now, they could do that in a number of ways. But as was pointed out, all empires go. You can't put an exact date on when an empire starts and ends, but they do start and they do end. And it was Lieutenant General Sir John Glubb who, many years ago, analysed the life cycles of empires, civilization, as being about 10 generations, 250 years, on an average. Well, it could go a bit longer, it could go a bit less. This current system, which I look at, is about that old. It's between about 200 and 300 years old now. So it's kind of at the end of the thing. Now, he points out that you have 6 ages of empire. So, first off, you have the age of pioneers. Well, pioneers, that's self-evident. That's people go out exploring and discovering new stuff. Then you have the age of conquest, where certain people they've encountered don't want to go under the rule of this burgeoning empire and fight back, so conquest, self-evident again. Right, you take whatever part by force. Then you have the age of commerce. Well, that, again, is self-evident. That's trade. That's once you've settled it, you're trading with everyone. So trade goes all over your empire that you're building. Then you have the so-called age of affluence, where everybody's got stuff. It's money. Well, part of the age of affluence, I suppose, for us was probably the baby boom generation, where we had a lot of stuff that previous generations probably didn't have. Then you have the age of intellect, where you get all the philosophers and people like that writing stuff down that seems right, or whatever. And as you pointed out, you end in bread and circuses in the age of decadence. Well, we're there. We're at that age. When you look at everything that's going on around you now, as you pointed out, the sort of blatant, sort of in-your-face wealth from the elites, an overextended, undisciplined military, well, that's there, right? Constant wars and all sorts going on. Obsession with celebrity and also an obsession with sex. Well, look at it now. Look at what's going on. Like I said the other week, that Christina Aguilera parading around the stage with 5-year-olds in the audience wearing a dildo, flapping it about everywhere. I mean, what? This against decadence, we're right at the end of it. So how long have we got? Don't know. I'm still at this point of 18 months before this entire thing falls apart. Can't see it going much longer. It might last 2.5 years. But at the rate this thing's going, and the rate of the sort of degeneration into absurdity and nonsense, this transgendering of your children which destroys them, and all this sexual perversion, paedophilia, all going on, it's there. It's in your face. But nobody wants to talk about it because, but this is what's happening. They are absolutely attacking, these people are attacking humanity. They are perverting humanity. They are perverting what it means to be human. By saying you can have a sex change. No, you can't. Right? You cannot change your sex or your gender. Right? It's a myth. Right? There was a program I watched just recently. Matt something, I can't remember his name now. It's called "What Is a Woman?" Right? It's asking people what is a woman, and nobody can answer the question. This is the level of stupidity and ignorance that comes from our betters, People, we are in the last throes, the literal last throes of empire. And it's going to get bonkers over the next 18 months, 2.5 years, at the absolute outside. I can't see this thing. There's so much going on. Everything is falling apart. It's deliberate. There is nothing happens by coincidence in this world. It's all planned. Everything that's happened since whenever is planned. If you start digging into what's gone on for the last couple of 100 years, you realise that we've not lived in any democracies for at least 100 years. Right? We've been living in a corporation run by a bunch of elite bankers. Every country's broke. And people say, oh, I heard some nonsense the other day, oh, look at all those nice payments we got during the lockdown and further. Where do you think that money come from? It's debt. There is no money. It's gone. All these... And what's this latest thing? Oh, Boris Johnson's resigned. So what? They're just going to replace him with another puppet to do the bidding. It doesn't matter who's in. They are not in charge. The people at the top are in charge. As Lord Rothschild said, I don't care who sits on the throne, who's running the country. I print the money. Therefore, I own your country. And it's true. The Rothschild banking clan prints the money out of thin air and enslaves you with it. And they're offering up solutions, as I said, but they won't be able to deliver. It's nonsense. Humanity is about to be divided completely. And those of us that know the truth, right, which the government won't admit to, a lot of people out there won't admit they were wrong about what's gone on for us, but we know what went on. We're going to face a pretty tough time going forward. But we just have to stand and face it, because there is no other option. Like I said, they will attempt to draw humanity into what has been labelled smart cities, where they monitor you 24/7 for your universal basic income. That's coming. They're going to attempt that within the next 18 months easily. They're going to attempt the digital currency, and you'll have to have a QR code on your smartphone, tracking you, right? Throw the fucking thing away, right? Because when you know this is coming, do you want to be a slave or do you want to be free? If you want to be a slave, well, take their system, take their digital currency, their universal basic income, and their tracking devices 24/7, or be an outlaw. You'll have to be on the outside and take your chances. Because that's it. The empire is finished. The solutions these people are offering can't be delivered. All these crazy ideas, net zero carbon. Well, net zero carbon means everything dies. That we're living in a fantasy world run by the psychos. The psychos have taken over the asylum completely. So what are you going to do about it? I'm not going in this system. I'll take my chances on the outside. If I don't last long, I don't last long. Tough. I'm not going to be a slave in this system. As I said, we're at the end of empire. It's done, finished, gone. And it ain't coming back. Prepare yourselves, people. It's going to get weird and brutal going forward from here. Peace.